Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today, Sherri Henley here to talk about the Heart Walk taking place later this week here in Troy. Sherri, thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
And we're talking the Heart Walk. This is an annual event here to raise money and awareness about heart disease. So if you can, just give us a little bit of details about what's going on with this year's event.
So this year's event is going to be Thursday, February the 24th, and we're going to, it's going to be from 5 to 7 at the rec center. And while there, participants will have the opportunity to be able to go up to our upper level and walk in honor of someone. And also, there will be a DJ. I think his name is DJ.
DJ Hindock, I think, is going to be playing.
Hindock, that's correct. And also, there will be a health fair on the gym floor, so they'll be able to go through and maybe perhaps take opportunities that are there with those vendors. And just really hoping to have a lot of fun and make the community aware of what's going on.
And that's one of those things that a lot of this, there's a fundraising element. And I know there's been that folks have been raising money. The ultimate goal is to raise money. And how important is that for the community to come together to be able to raise money to fight heart disease?
Well, you know, it's really an important aspect of the whole Heart Walk, especially since, you know, the American Heart Association uses those funds to be able to do research and actually provide education to people so that they are aware of heart disease and stroke and, you know, how to identify any of the symptoms that they are having that could be caused by that. And I think that's probably one of the most important things that we're doing is bringing awareness to the community.
And of course, with that, the awareness for this event, we talk about that you're raising money with the walk, but you mentioned the health fair and the awareness there and having that health fair there on the floor in the gym could give someone an opportunity to maybe find out something about themselves in that regard when it comes to heart disease.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so, because one of the things is, you know, they also talk about it's the silent killer. And so having that interaction, I would think, is something that would be important to someone who is there that maybe they're cheering somebody on, but then they talk to someone down there on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, being able to go through these different fairs, you know, tables, and, you know, maybe they're checking your blood sugar and you didn't know that you had diabetes or issues with your blood sugar, or, you know, getting your blood pressure checked and it's, you know, elevated. And just being able to stop for a moment and take care of yourself, which a lot of us don't do often, you know.
And that's another thing about that is finding out and then take that step to make yourself better.
Right.
But one of the elements of this, and you mentioned as well, when you're walking, a lot of these people that are walking, they've raised money, but this kind of the end result of that fundraising, but a lot of the people that are participating in the walk are walking for a reason and a purpose, right?
Yes, they are. I myself am walking. My grandmother had heart disease, and one of the things that I shared with the board was as a young pregnant mother, I had postpartum cardiomyopathy and was very touch and go for a little bit. So it's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to get behind this and be able to offer support too.
So you have your own personal stories involved with this. So that brings your connection to this and gets you involved personally on that, just like the other personal stories that all these people that are walking are sharing.
I'm sure they know someone or them themselves have been affected by heart disease and stroke.
And there's a fun element to this event as well, because all the fundraising, there's still some fundraising going on that night because there's an auction going on, and especially some Trojan fans out there are probably going to be very interested in some of the items that are up for bid in this auction. Yeah,
so we have some season tickets to Troy University baseball, along with a signed hat and ball from Skylar Mead, Coach Skylar Mead. We also have a football signed by DeMarcus Ware.
Okay.
And also a football signed by John Sumrall. I think there is also Troy University women's basketball team, and coaches have signed some balls and t-shirts. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff going on that I think Trojan fans are going to enjoy.
So anybody that comes out to the event has a chance to bid on these very, very nice Trojan memorabilia items out there. Now, anybody who wants to participate, once again, when and where and how can they get involved?
Okay, it's going to be Thursday, the 24th at the Rec Center, and it's going to be from 5 to 7. And also, there will be a light meal included at 6 p.m. if anyone is interested in taking of that. And also, there will be door prizes when they come. And, we're going to ask that people wear masks, but it's not required.
Okay.
But there will be hand sanitizing stations throughout the facility for their use too.
For everybody to have a fun and safe night
fun
at the
and
Heart
safe
Walk.
night.
Well, good luck with this year's Heart Walk, and thanks for
Thank
joining
you
us
so
today and tell us
much.
a little bit about it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.